Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jaliwat Master degree from Department of Chemistry, Chulalongkorn University. Today, I would like to talk structure and dynamic investigations of mechanosensitive channel of large conductance in closed state using electron paramagnetic resonance data and molecular dynamic simulation. The first, cell membrane. Cell membrane is a biological membrane that separates the inner of our cell from the outside of our cell. It is a selective permissions of ion and organic molecule. It consists of the carbohydrates, lipid bilayer, and protein embedded within the lipid bilayer. Ion channels are membrane protein complex, and the function is to facilitate the diffusion of ions across biological membranes. You can see the ion channel protein embedded in the bilayer. And the classifications of ion channels such as the voltage gate ion channel close or open depending on the voltage grade across to the membranes, and regan gate ion channel close or open depending on the binding of ligands with the ion channel, and then the mechanical gate ion channel. The close or open depending on the mechanical force such as pressure, touch, sound, and osmotic stress, and hydrophobic mismatch. And then abnormalities in the functions of MH channel can cause the hypertension, macular degeneration, and neuronal disease. And then mechanosensitive channels are not specific channels, be it liquid water, ions. Some evidence for bedtime can be traced this channel. And the safety valves. Mechanosensitive channel function as very effective osmotic safety valves in prokaryote cells, and the functions of mechanosensitive channel in bacterial cells. The first, role osmolality, cell is osmotic balance, and the cell bacteria normal growth. And when the hyperosmotic shock, cells sink to the water loss, and the cell regain water by accumulating solutes or ion or the organic molecule or something like that. And the hypoosmotic shock leads to the rapid entry of water accompanied by the immediate activation by MS channel, and the cell bacteria is a normal growth. And when hypoosmotic shock, if the channel are failed to open, the influx of water generates high sugar pressure, which leads to the rising of the cell. So, in 2007, the study of structure by crystallography, crystal structure of ANSCSE from Mycobacterium tuberculosis, and provide insight into the structure architecture of mechanosensitive channel. Mechanosensitive channel is a homopentamatrix protein. Its subunit of the channel is composed the periplasmic loop and the N-terminal, C-terminal helix, and the two transmembrane helix at the TM1 and TM2. The gating of the MSCL is associated with the conformational transition from cold to fully open state from the TM1 and TM2. This page shows the neuropore with the radius 2 angstrom and the hydrophobic residue that's getting across state conformation. We have experiments EPR data of the cross state of eco-MSCL that we are interested in the structure basic functional mechanism of MSCL So we construct structure homology model of E. coli using the X-ray structure at a temperature. And this page shows the comparisons of the sequence alignment amino acids of the NTB MSCL and ECO MSCL, and the sequential of regions of TM1 and TM2 of both proteins are important, and homology modeling have a percent identity equal 36. So we further refine the model using developed approach called PASA. The PASA is a pseudo-atom-driven solvent accessibility refinement. And then, for example, the PASA, in MD simulation, the left shoulder during MD simulation without PASA resistance compared with the PASA resistance. PASA can drive the tortoise conformation back to the native conformation. And then I got the structure of ECO MSCL from the PASA and show the variations of the structure quality by the Raman-Chandan cross, and show the residue in more favored region 80%, and the residue in additional allowed region 15%, and residue in generously allowed region 3%, and residue in disallowed region 2%. And we would like to mitigate of the structure and dynamic of post-state MSCL by performing ND simulations of the protein lipid bilayer Vietnam D program. In this simulation for study, the motions of molecule is based on the function of time and the general configuration on solving Newton equation. And the energy of the system computed based on the four field parameter on this chart. And then the previous work to evaluate the functional consequence of bilayer by experimental that NaCl reconstituted in lipid with the difference acid change lengths in the synthetic phosphatidylcholine containing monosaturated chains of the 12, 14, 16, and 18 carbon. Found that the NaCl structure matching with the carbon 18 carbon, and the X-ray structure and the structure from the NaCl, I try to the membrane POPC like bilayer already. But in this study, I try to change to the system of the lipid bilayer and the DLPC at the system with the DLPC bilayer is shorter of acid chain at the 12 carbons. And this shows the simulation parameters. And the stability of the structure investigated by the RMSE or root mean square deviations of alpha carbon of different structure elements of the protein on the figure A, and on the helix of each chain shown in the figure B. The lowest RMSE during the 2 nanoseconds was resolved on resistance to the backbone position for relaxation. The RMSE of the truth has membrane and N-terminal helix are smaller than of the cytoplasmic domain and polyplasmic loop. Thus, increased and risk more fluctuations allowed 2 to 3 angstrom. This indicates that the TM1 and TM2 and N-terminal are less mobile than the cytoplasmic domain and the periplasmic group. Thus, and the figure B shows the stability of the global structure of individual chain can be illustrated by ANSCSE range of 3 to 5 angstrom. But the RMS3 of the segment B, you can see the increase of RMSD value to the 6 to 8 angstrom, which may be the motion of EcoNSCL and asymmetric detected motion of the system. And then the show at the snapshot of MD trajectories. Left the MD trajectory at the 60 nanoseconds and the right the MD trajectory at the 90 nanoseconds. You can see that the segment B increased to the RMSD. And then the RMSF of EcoMSCL of each chain show the RMSF per residue of the EcoMSCL pentamer measured using the last 10 nanoseconds of the MD trajectory. RMSF value of the TM1 and TM2 are relatively low compared with N and C terminal domain and the periplasmic group. The RMSF for TM1 and TM2 are represented by statistical block and Wiener diagram as shown in the figure. A comparison between the RMSF of the data from simulation and experimental mobility parameter from the side direct spiral labeling electron paramagnetic resonance technique review progress consistently. Conclusion: we have constructed and refined model of process of EcoNSCL using EPR data and MD simulation. The study show a good behavior of the molecular dynamic simulations of the EcoNSCL in a lipid bilayer. The MD trajectory can be further used to investigate structure and dynamics property to understand the relation between structure and functions of the proteins. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the interesting talk. So we have time for many questions. If you like to ask any questions, please.
I want one question, right?
We have lots of time because the last speaker cancelled, so we have like 20 minutes for questions. I'm sorry, but that's how it is. Any questions, please? This is the last speaker of today and of the conference. Please? Okay, I'll start with one question. So how do you position your protein in the membrane? What's the criteria or what's the algorithm you use?
Okay, of the PASA method, right?
Yeah, you have a membrane and you have a protein, right? So you can put it right here, right there, or right here, or this way, that way. And there are many ways. So what criteria or what algorithm you use?
I'm sure
what's the rationale of your position?
I use the program of Boltzmann distribution of the position of the protein membrane bilayer, and I choose the low energy, the structure of low energy, and I got the structure of the Boltzmann distribution, and I got the 20 structure, and I choose the one structure and base the structure is energy of the low energy of the structure and should be to the system.
So any more questions from the audience? No? Okay. All right, let's give another round of applause to Mr. Jeriwan. So this is our last speaker, so I would like to thank all the speakers.